Hi everybody, my name is Kim, and welcome back to Bookmarks and Breadsticks. Welcome to Bookmarks and Breadsticks in my new office. I am in my new home, and I'm in my new front porch, which is my work computers on that side, and this is my setup now for filming. Might play with the angle a little bit, but I'm so excited that I have this designated space with like a reading table, bookshelves. It's amazing. I have a new mic, so hopefully this works out okay, because I wanted to make Bookmarks and Breadsticks level up for its year 2. Today, I am here to bring you AAPI books that Booktube recommended to me. Now, as you guys know, I am predominantly a nonfiction reader. I could give you tons of recommendations for nonfiction, culinary nonfiction AAPI books. But I also want to diversify my own reading. So while I read diversely in this month, I think it's important that we continue to read diversely throughout the year. So I'm going to show you a list of books that I have picked up that I'm going to try and read throughout this year, and books that I'm super loving. The first book is Crying in H Mart. This is nonfiction. This is a memoir by Michelle Zauner. If you haven't already seen the ladies of Feasting Females discuss this book, I'll link it in the cards. This could very well be my favorite book of the year. And that's a bold statement because we're only 5 months in, almost 6. But Michelle she has lost her mother. She's grieving. It's the idea of what happens when your connection to your heritage is lost through the death of someone. What does that mean for your own identity? And I relate to this a lot as Persian American, as Iranian American. You know, my dad died from cancer in January. So now I have no connection, no direct connection anymore to being Persian. And I feel like I have to figure that out all on my own. This book is very powerful. If you want to read it as an audiobook, Michelle does narrate it herself, which also makes this poignant and amazing. She is Korean American. The rest of this list is all fiction. Can you believe it? I have fiction. I actually finished this month Sour Heart. This is by Jenny Zhang, and this is debut fiction. It is a group of collective stories, and it is about adolescence through the eyes of Chinese American girls. I read this book as a buddy read with Margaret Pinard, and we will actually have a live show about this as well, and I'll link it in the cards. Depending on when this video comes out, we might be well into June. And that's okay. Again, I want to emphasize that I want to continue to read diversely, not just during AAPI Cultural History Month or in Cultural Awareness Month. I want to read diversely throughout the year, and these are just some of the books I found in the Booktube universe that really inspired me. The next book is a faux love story, or a pho love story. This is young adult fiction, and this is with two dual perspectives from two rival pho restaurants. One will take the voice of Lin, and the other will take the voice of Bao. And they will, I've heard that this is actually a retelling of Romeo and Juliet. Haley and Bookland actually DNF'd this, which makes me really nervous, but I own it. I'm going to read it. And the worst thing that happens is I end up donating it after. And I believe, oh gosh, where is pho from? Thailand? Taiwanese? I think it's Taiwanese. I probably should have looked that one up ahead of time. Next up is by Sarah Kuhn, and this is I Love You So Mochi. This was a gift from my younger sister, and this is about Kimi Nakamura, and after a falling out with her family, she is going to spend, it looks like spring break, or at least the summer, in Japan. So this is another diverse author, Sarah Kuhn. Seems really, really cool. She's third generation Japanese American, so I'm very excited to read this. I'm also hoping that because they are fiction, and actually this one is young adult fiction, these are books I can read pretty quickly. The next one up is The Year of Meats. The next one up is The Year of Meats by Ruth L. Ozeki. This is a mesmerizing debut. This is a debut work from Ruth Ozeki, and this is, let me read the back because it just sounds like the coolest book. When documentarian Jane Takagi Little finally lands a job producing My American Wife! A Japanese television show sponsored by an American meat exporting business, she discovers some unsavory truths about love, fertility, and the hormone called DES. Meanwhile, on the other side of the globe, Akiko Ueno, a belly-geared Japanese housewife, struggles to escape from her child-craving husband. When Jane's and Akiko's lives intersect, the deepest concerns of our time are illuminated, how the past informs the present, and how we live and love in an ever-shrinking world. Next up, we have Natalie Tan's Book of Luck and Fortune by Rosalie Lim. Shiny cover, I love it. This takes place, I believe she is a Chinese or Chinese American writer. Forgive me, if not, I'll put it below. Lush and visual, chock full of delicious recipes, Rosalie Lim's magical debut novel is about food, heritage, and finding family in the most unexpected places. So her grandmother has passed away, and her parents refuse to support her dream of becoming a chef, but she comes back to Chinatown in San Francisco to find that her neighborhood is fading and that she is set to inherit her grandmother's restaurant. So I'm very excited to see, I keep shaking it because it's shiny. I'm very excited to see how this goes. And I didn't realize it, but like debut novel. That was not planned. And the final book I want to tell you about is The Joy Luck Club by Amy Tan. Now, this is a book that's been around for a long time. It's considered a contemporary classic. And I have in my hands the 30th anniversary of the New York Times bestseller. So that's how long this book's been around. In 1949, 4 Chinese women, recent immigrants to San Francisco, begin meeting to eat dim sum, play mahjong, and talk. United in shared unspeakable loss and hope, they call themselves the Joy Luck Club. With wit and sensitivity, Amy Tan's debut novel, now widely regarded as a modern classic, examines the sometimes painful, often tender, and always deep connections between 4 women and their American-born daughters. I am super excited to read all of these books. They are definitely leaning more East Asian. There are definitely other areas and other types of AAPI authors that I want to look into. I have a couple other unique book reviews coming. There's a couple new Persian authors that have had their debut works get published, which makes me very excited. But in general, here is my... This is 7 books this is 7 books Booktube recommended to me with AAPI authors that I'm excited to read. Again, there are many, many more to read, but let me know in the comments below. Have you read any of these books? Isn't there a movie called The Joy Luck Club based on the book? If there is, let me know. I hope you're well, and if you haven't already, please hit like and subscribe. I post new foodie bookish content every Tuesday and Saturday, and sometimes on Thursday as well. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye!